where voting is currently underway for the region's first legislative poll under the new Patriots only rules. Now, the legislative elections come after Beijing in March passed a resolution for electoral reforms in Hong Kong. The electoral amendment gives China more power over who gets elected to Hong Kong's legislature. Beijing has tightened its grip over the semi-autonomous region following months of pro-democracy protests that erupted in 2019. In today's poll, only about 20 out of 90 seats will be directly elected by the public. There are 153 candidates in total, all of whom have been carefully checked before being allowed to run in the polls. Legislative candidates have been vetted by a largely pro-Beijing committee to ensure that only patriots who are loyal to China rule the city. Now, voter turnout is expected to be low for today's elections, with polls suggesting only 52% of the voters will come out to cast their ballots. Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam, meanwhile, has dismissed concerns of low voter turnout, saying that low voting numbers could indicate that people are happy with the government and does not need to elect different lawmakers. Now, under the new electoral system, the total number of seats in the legislative has been increased from 70 to 90. An election committee that previously held only limited powers will now handpick almost half of the council's representatives. Most of the Hong Kong's prominent pro-democracy activists are either in jail or awaiting trial. Democracy advocates and rights activists have accused China of using the new rules to suppress political opposition in the semi-autonomous region. For the first time since 1997, no members from Hong Kong's largest pro-democracy party, the Democratic Party, submitted applications to be nominated in the election. Now, we spoke to Richard Kimber earlier, who is covering the elections from Hong Kong. Listen in.
What's expected from all the political analysts here is that once this election is completed, and the likely conclusion will be that there'll be a vast majority of pro-government people in the legislature, this will really underline all of the expectations that have been in place for the last 18 months or so, that Hong Kong is being fairly radically now integrated with a mainland Chinese system, both politically and in terms of its social orientation, and this will really cement that process. From a business point of view, the business community is not necessarily too concerned about that. It sees this as an opportunity to stabilise Hong Kong's economy and present more opportunities for investment with the Chinese mainland. But politically, this really does probably act as an underlining confirmation of everything that people have been expecting over the past couple of years, where Hong Kong will become more integrated with the Chinese mainland, and all of the previous upheaval that the city has seen in the last couple of years with political dissent will effectively be quashed once and for all.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.